welcome to my channel. This is the condemned clock. It's a normal clock, right? Well, not exactly, you see. This clock has the power to stop time itself, but why? Well, let me explain. In the town of Grimhaven, there was a clock tower that everyone loved. It chimed every hour, letting the townspeople know the time and giving them a sense of normalcy. But one day, the unthinkable happened. The clock tower stopped working. No one knew what to do. They tried everything, but nothing worked. The clock remained frozen in time. Then, as if by magic, the clock started working again. But something was different. The clock seemed to be counting down to something, and everyone in town got really scared. Then, just as the clock struck midnight, a bolt of lightning struck the tower, knocking off its head, and as the townspeople looked up, they saw a horrifying sight. The head of the clock had a face on it, and it was smiling at them. It turns out that the clock wasn't just a clock, it was a cursed artifact that predicted death, and the face that appeared on the clock was the face of the Grim Reaper himself. The clock didn't just predict death, though it also accelerated it. Everyone in town started panicking, and rightfully so, but there was one person who wasn't afraid. That was the town's hero, a brave soul who wasn't gonna let some stupid clock ruin their day. They walked up to the clock tower and punched the clock hand as hard as they could. The clock froze, and then it started counting down again, but now it was going faster. The hero knew what they had to do. They climbed up the clock tower and reached for the head of the clock. As they touched the clock, they felt a surge of power go through their body. They ripped the clock's head off and threw it as far as they could. The clock's head landed in a nearby river, and the hero jumped in after it. As they pulled the clock's head from the river, they felt the curse of the clock transfer to them, but instead of being afraid, they were excited. They had defeated the clock and saved their town, but little did they know, they had only condemned themselves to an even more horrible fate. You see, the clock didn't just predict death, it also accelerated it, and now that the clock was destroyed, the hero had become the new clock. They were now cursed to live out the remaining seconds of their life over and over again, reliving the same few minutes until their very last breath, and there was no way out. They were trapped inside the clock tower for eternity.